Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 33 of Attractions Magazine Expansion Drive Podcast, your weekly source for all things nerdy, theme parks, movies, video games, TV, music, and sometimes a little wrestling. As always, I'm your host, Mike Kerrigan, with my friend to the left, Blacktimus Prime himself, America's favorite worst producer ever, Didi.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, what's
Go Tigers.
what was his name? Gosh, I totally lost his
Doug
name.
Jones.
Yeah, Doug Jones. Yeah, Doug Jones.
Dougie Jones.
Yeah.
Not an Alabama fan.
Oh no, he just ran against Roy Moore. That's all it was.
I don't know.
That's all it was. Yeah, that's all it was. And friend to the right this week, Mr. Banks Lee.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Banks. How are you, sir?
I am very well. How about you?
I'm doing okay.
Yes.
I'm doing okay.
Pause for dramatic.
Do
Dramatic pause.
do that kind of funny pregnant pause for just a minute. In the fourth rotating chair this week,
Hello.
Miss Brittani Tuttle.
What's up? What's up?
Oh,
Hey.
Brittany, grab one of those magazines under the back there. We got to showcase something for the video podcast. This is
Oh.
our newest issue of Attractions Magazine.
Oh,
Available
hey, I
now.
have
He's got-
a story
he's
on
got a
there.
shill.
Attractionsmagazine.com. And
that-
That's why.
Is that
Wait.
on the cover?
Wait a minute.
we
Yeah.
got to show off
Look at that.
the
Look at that.
first ad for Expansion Drive. Look at that prettiness.
Get on the Get Hype train.
Hype.
No, I'm
Very
just thinking
pretty.
of Coltrane.
Woo! Coltrane, baby.
Oh, God.
Did you ever play Gears of War?
No.
No.
Wow. Oh, man. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
We did want to Uber eat some snacks, so.
Did we actually do it?
No.
No.
Oh,
He's got to make the.
I'm really hungry. I am really hungry.
I'll make it while we were talking.
Do it! Anyway.
As always, I'd like to thank sponsor of the show, MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel. They are your go-to source for all things Disney,
Yeah.
Universal,
Hey.
Happy.
and cruises.
And say something, Brittany. I did. I lost.
You interrupted me the first
Sorry.
time.
I don't know what's going on. Yes, they're your go-to source for all things travel, basically. They got a lot of specials going on, as usual. BOGO, 50%. They got that 50% off that second guest for the cruises.
Lit.
That's what Josh and Brittany are going to do soon.
Oh,
We have talked about going on a cruise for real.
Where are you guys going to go?
I don't know. We want to do like one of the Marvel or Star Wars days.
Through MEI Travel, right?
Yeah, because they do all those.
They do.
You can also do a double up sale. They got score up to $200 in instant savings and up to $200 to spend at sea when you book during their double up sale. Of course, kids age 12 and under sale free on select Anthem, Adventure, and Grandeur of the Seas. And Didi, you know what? It's Christmas time. It's time to deck the holidays.
The holidays with
You can get up to an extra $150 extra to spend at sea when they sail with MEI Travel during the holidays. So go to MEI Travel, Universal Fan Travel, and
Mouse
Fan.
Fan Travel.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I'm all screwed up. For free
free.
quote,
99.
for with no obligation.
No obligation.
So guys, lots of nerdiness happened this past weekend.
First off, what does everyone want? McDonald's, Denny's.
We'll totally. I'll order. I'll get something after this.
Okay,
Going.
all right.
'Cause I can't eat and record all at the same time.
I'm sure they would love to listen to us
Yeah,
chew.
but
our
chicken
food.
Welcome
nuggets.
to the Uber Eats cast.
Oh, chicken nuggets though. I want some chicken nuggets now.
Ooh.
Chicken nuggets.
Some fries.
Fries.
Big old nerdy weekend happened. Star
Heck
Wars
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, did that open this
It
weekend?
did. With what was it 220?
I think 220 million.
220 million
Just
domestically.
statewide, yeah.
But
And 13,000 signatures on a petition
Don't
saying that
start
they want it removed from Star Wars
Stupid
canon.
Idiot.
and then but worldwide it was like over 250
No, it was like 450 million.
It's
So-
already surpassed
already-
Justice League's domestic.
Well, that wasn't hard.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah,
difficult.
well, it did make a lot domestically.
it did make a lot of money.
We're going to be talking more about Star Wars spoiler-wise in a special spoiler cast. We're going to film...
Spoilers.
yeah, like right after
Whoa.
this show. But I guess they'll be hearing
Yeah,
that
we're
available
gonna record it after this, but
before...
I think it's already gonna be available online Tuesday night. So if
Yes.
you're listening to this now when Expansion Drive comes up, go into the feed because it should be right in there.
Yeah, and we're going to talk all the spoiler wise, so make sure you've actually watched the movie, which $220 million. I'm sure a lot of people actually have seen the movie. So
sure.
I would hope so.
A
anyway.
lot of people that I work with were like, "I'm not seeing it till next week," or like just not seeing it during opening weekend. I was like, "Y'all are brave because it's gonna get ruined."
That's what you were originally going to do, right?
I was going to see it like next week because I didn't want to deal with the crowds. But then it got
But your
weird.
brother Mike had a ticket for you.
Yeah, an extra
How
ticket.
nice.
Prime seating.
That was some prime seating. So if I didn't have that seat, I would have.
So we went to Disney Springs, and it was like a theater 12 or 13, one of the two. And it's got that right at the third, the upper section. It's got that big
balcony
row
one.
area. No, it wasn't. It
No?
wasn't balcony. It was
I
just
know
like
what you're talking
it's
about.
that big theater that has like
The giant
upper,
row in front of you,
There's a
yes.
giant row. Yeah, it's where we went and saw it and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But Didi was like doing backflips, So thankfully we had that extra space in between.
Legit.
Yeah.
Oh man, there was
I
some
could
parts I
already
legit flipped like.
I can already see the visual of Didi jumping up, hands in the air, running down the aisle and back.
No,
It was close to it.
It was like it was weird. Gavin and I, because Mike already seen the movie, and so I know he was watching us the whole time. Gavin at the same time would be like, if you're watching this, we would like lean forward, be like, and then we'd be like,
I want to see you watch
and we'd be
it.
like this together, like,
Gavin was so funny because, of course, he loves Didi to death. So, I would just look over, like Didi was saying, and Gavin just, what?
And then at one point, I thought I smacked him too hard, so I feel really bad. I was like, watch this! I was like, watch this! And like, because I was like going like this, kind of like.
But the best part about it wasn't even like reaction during the movie. So like I saw it. I'm not gonna lie, I saw it 3 times over the weekend. So we saw it Thursday night with the Parks
Extra.
blog. Banks, you saw it then as well. I saw it Friday morning with the wife, and then Saturday I took the kids, and then Didi came along, and then our buddy Kyle. So Thursday night and Friday morning, everybody lost their mind as soon as the Lucasfilm logo went up. Everybody's woo, woo, woo. So I said to Didi, it's like, everybody's gonna go crazy again. Watch it. Nobody did anything. So Didi took it upon himself to go, whoa, get high, yeah. And then everyone just
Oh
goes,
my god!
everyone just clapping.
You just made everyone go deaf.
All
I
right.
think.
I'm like,
Apologies for those who are wearing headphones.
I backed up a little bit. We're okay.
it
We're
was
okay.
like, and I'm like, wow, you guys suck.
It was legit the only time that nobody like lost their mind whenever Lucasfilm hit.
You should have been to the showing that I was at, because you would think 1:30 in the morning everyone's going to be tired. No, everyone was like wired.
Yeah.
Someone gave a standing ovation to the Jurassic Park trailer. Like,
Why? Ugh.
That is the worst trailer I've
no,
ever seen
I
in
know.
my
I
life.
was like, I'm confused.
We got lucky because the Parks blog screening did not have trailers. They're like,
Really?
we know when we want you to
Yeah.
get right into it, so hit the film, roll it.
It was really funny because when we went in, of course they had the what was the one where you bought like Force Awakens and The Last Jedi at the same time, so you were able to see Force Awakens first and then Jedi right afterwards, and like that special marathon package.
Yeah.
Like, listen, they think that they're going to see it before you guys, but guess what? You guys don't have any trailers, so you're actually going to see it before anybody else, besides the media or whatever. Like,
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Did they give you anything?
it was really cool.
swag?
Yeah,
we actually got the snowflake ornament that
Yeah.
they were giving out during Galactic Nights.
Is it metal?
Yeah, it's metal.
Yeah.
It's got Star Wars Last Jedi on one side, the other side opening weekend.
Yeah. And it's really cool because, like, how like in the snowflake it has like all the points or whatever. The points are the Rebel Alliance or the Resistance
that's- Oh,
logo
that's
or whatever.
cool.
It's a really good.
Yeah,
good
it's
ornament.
really cool looking.
So-
of course, all the kids were fighting over who's going to put it on the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
It was really fun. Like, so my guest, she's Jewish, so it's like, so what are you doing with this? She's, I don't know. I think I'm gonna hang it on my Hanukkah bush. It's like, all right, you watch Goldbergs, yeah.
That's very funny. Did you guys get to go to the Hollywood Studios gimmick after?
No, there was no
there's
information to
nothing.
us.
Because
Yeah.
it was the same night. I know that.
No.
I don't think there was
No.
anything. I think
It was
whatever
that
you were
Saturday.
talking
Was
to.
it Saturday?
Yeah, I think whoever you were talking to was feeding you a bunch of lies. They were
I
the
think they were.
the podcast of information that night.
They were the podcast of misinformation.
But it was still really cool. Like, we got this was the ornament, and then they gave us one of the buttons as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad they didn't give you a T-shirt though, because I went to the
You got
Parks Vlog. When I went to the Parks Vlog screening for Rogue One, we got T-shirts.
Yeah, we got T-shirts. Oh, you were there that night too?
Yeah,
I
I
got
was-
one. Yeah.
The giveaways at the Parks blog vary depending on the event.
Because sometimes I've gotten like Turvasy mugs, and then other times I've gotten like stickers and T-shirts. And then when I went to see the Death Star at Epcot, they gave us like a whole little Star Wars.
Oh, you went to that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You were at that?
Yeah.
Downstairs Media. That was before I met you.
That was before I worked for the magazine. But I went to like all of them. I was at Moana, and we sat in the same row.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
Where you did?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we talked about this on the podcast actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
I must
Yeah.
not have listened to that episode.
I remember that
Dude,
Moana
you were
one.
here.
Was I here?
Yes.
I do not remember this
Yeah.
session.
Selective.
I remember I went to that
Who are
Moana
you?
one, and they gave us
I don't know.
nothing.
Oh. Okay.
They gave us
My
nothing for that
parents
Moana
don't
one.
matter.
Those parks blog. The parks blog events are so dope though. I know I've been fortunate enough to go to a lot of them. I
Same.
guess I'm really lucky with just the way that I type in my information really quick.
It helps if you're on your mobile phone and
Just
you
don't
put-
give anybody tips.
Oh, yeah, no,
what are you
never
doing?
mind, never mind.
But yeah, totally.
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
I think it
yeah.
also helps if you have some kind of presence too. Maybe
Actually,
I don't
it's-
think so.
it's- no, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's always they do two ways. It's first come, first serve. Once they hit the limit, that's it. And then they do sometimes we'll do sweepstakes where you have a certain amount of time
Yeah.
to enter, and then it's like the
So, like, if it's
computer
like-
gives you a random.
Yeah, like
list.
Mickey's was the Christmas party? What's it? Very Merry, whatever. And then
That
like
was a sweepstakes.
Yeah, that was a sweepstakes one.
I've
But
never
like,
gotten any of the sweepstakes.
Yeah.
I remember the Great Movie Ride closing one. Jen from the Parks blog told me, it's like, your name was the last one on the list. Like, you just barely,
Just
made
barely
it.
got
I'm
in.
like, oh. Woo.
And we were really lucky because I didn't realize when the showing that we went for Last Jedi, it was a collection of people that work Star Wars, so Star Tours or
Launch Bay
or whatever. They got in to see the movie, which was really cool of Disney to hook up their cast members. Yeah, it was really cool.
That is
So they
freaking
announced
cool.
those guys, and then they announced that media was there, and then they announced Parks Blog. So basically, that whole bottom section was all cast members and then media, and then
That's
everybody
sick.
up on the balcony was all us from Parks Blog.
That is sick.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was
That's
really
awesome.
excited they hooked up all the
That's-
Star Wars cast members.
That is really cool.
That's like one of the
so
neatest things I've
special.
heard. Yeah, that's one of the neatest things I've ever heard. That's really cool.
Yeah. I was
That's
really
like how they
excited about
let all of the Hollywood Studios cast sign that scaffolding.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
in there
What?
now.
The
The
tallest
tallest
beam,
point.
the
Yeah.
tallest beam of the mountain range for Star Wars Land.
Uh-huh.
They did it at Disneyland and they did it here too. Cast members got to go and sign the beam so that they would be a permanent part of
That is.
the land.
Isn't that cool? Doesn't that make your heart just sparkle?
Yeah,
I just think that's really cool.
I got a friend at the office that her son works at Backlot Express, and he was like, he was so excited because he's a huge Star Wars nerd that he was able to go and sign this beam, and he's part of
So
Star Wars
special.
now.
I probably cry. I'm legit. I'd be like, wow, like
And they let you take backstage pictures with it and
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
only very few people have a permanent presence in Disney. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
it's-
cry, legit.
I feel like it's on the same level as like at Grand Avenue Apartments where you scroll
Right.
through and it's all those Imagineers and like Phil Holmes and stuff. All
Oh,
the
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I feel like it's on the same level.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's awesome.
That's sick.
So cool.
Yeah, it was really cool too when we got there for the Parks Block thing. I actually got there a little bit early, and they had a bunch of the 501st come out, and like there was a
Sick.
Captain
Red
Phasma.
carpet
Yeah, it was
thing
so
too,
they
yeah.
had the Executioner troopers. They had a General Hux lookalike. They had Kylo. They had Chewie. They had R2D2.
Question:
Yeah.
Kylo unmasked?
No, he was masked, right?
was masked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
You can't really. Well,
I
let's
would
not say anything
I
right
would
now, but
kill if they had an unmasked Kylo inside the parks, but I think it would be just like with the other ones where like he looks similar, not
You
You
well,
have
with the
to
mask, they're
avoid
able to do what they can
looking
do
like
with
Snape.
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah.
So
But I think they could do the same thing with Star Lord or what they were doing with Doctor Strange or whatever. Of course, they probably don't want to because it's a little bit extra money that they have to pay their cast member. But yeah.
Technically, it's like a look approval thing too, because I know that like Jack Sparrow, for example, every time he gets an updated look for a movie, the characters in the parks have to be updated. So
And
What do you
plus,
mean?
I know
Like,
from a
his costumes are different, so that means that like his costume in the parks has to match the most recent film. So like Rey, if they follow those guidelines, should have her Last Jedi outfit. Kylo should be unmasked, that kind of thing.
And a friend of mine who once auditioned for Sparrow years ago said that I don't know what it's like for other face characters, but Johnny Depp has to approve every single one of them. And I wonder if it's the same with with Ray and with I don't know why I'm forgetting Daisy Ridley and
Adam Driver.
our
I
driver
want a John Boyega
Chris Pratt.
Finn face character.
Oh God, I would lose my mind.
Kill for that.
I love
Please.
John Boyega. I can't. No, speaking of John Boyega, so I didn't get the trailer this weekend, but I cannot wait for Pacific Rim.
I can't wait.
It's going to be like an
Giant
It's
robots.
a prelude to Fast and Furious in space.
I haven't seen the first.
I haven't
Instagram.
either. But
Really?
I,
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It really
I love
is. I
Guillermo
like it.
del
Man.
Toro, though. So
I always get the biggest reactions from films I have not seen.
what?
It's just because it's not a great movie. It's just a great popcorn movie. It's just
well, I do
nonstop
love a good
action.
popcorn flick,
and-
so.
Yeah, I mean it's
It's not at Fast and Furious levels of greatness, but it is a great pop.
it does have
Anything
Jax.
that great?
It does. It does have Jax Teller.
Yeah, Jax Teller. Did you watch Sons of Anarchy? No.
That's.
That's a one that you should probably get into as well.
I think you would like it.
You don't have to watch it backwards.
Is it on
and,
Netflix or Hulu or anything?
It
Because
was.
I know it's not
It's on
airing
Netflix.
anymore.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look it up.
All right.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of news, but let's go ahead and talk about the ones that I have. Are you ready?
Come on.
Okay,
man,
dokie. I also figured out what we should eat after the podcast.
What should we get?
Toothsome milkshakes.
No.
They don't deliver, do
No,
they?
I want food.
No, but like go get it.
No, what is this? I didn't mean to do that.
Wow, Didi, you
Wasn't that
screwed
the
up. I was
Well,
the
no, that was the
best.
wrong one.
Oh, shit.
It's this one.
You're the worst.
Oh, let's go.
America's favorite worst producer ever.
Oh boy.
So I have 4 items on the list.
That
It's
is
a
not.
You could just.
it's
say
a
it.
willy-nilly kind of show, guys.
It's a holidays baker's dozen.
A baker's does
Holidays.
But yeah, I don't want milkshakes. No, I want
No?
actual food.
Nope,
I
they
want
have like truffle fries and stuff too.
Oh,
Those truffle fries are so
I want like a
good.
big old burger.
That's 3 out of 4.
They have
They
big
have
burgers over
burgers.
there.
Sorry, majority rolls here. 3 out of 4.
That's fine. I'll just go home. So number 1, we've been talking about it past few weeks, but Disney officially is to buy 21st Century Fox for $52.4 billion.
You know how many Shanghai Disneylands that is?
One.
No, like 25.
So the Walt Disney Company has set a deal to purchase 21st Century Fox for an all-stock transaction valued at $52.4 billion. That's why you're not getting Shanghai, because they're not paying money in. It's just stock.
That's crazy.
Disney announced this past Thursday, this historic deal will include a number of Fox assets, including FX, National Geographic, and Fox's stake in Hulu. As part of the announcement, Bob Iger has extended his contract with Disney as chairman and CEO through 2021.
Expected.
Since certain Fox assets, including Fox Broadcasting Company, Fox Sports, and Fox Television Studios, as well as 20th Century Fox lot in Los Angeles, will spin off into a new company. The one thing that's actually being reported now, though, is that they have some challenges ahead of them because Congress is not too keen on this deal actually happening.
The
They're
FCC
worried
doesn't
about it
want it,
being
right?
a
Yeah,
monopoly.
FCC doesn't want it.
They said that if this is to happen, they will be the biggest studio of all time.
Well, honestly, screw the FCC because
Yeah.
they took away net neutrality.
Exactly. Thank you. And
Bye.
plus, hello, Marvel. Just show Marvel and be like, this is
The
why.
FCC
Shut
can
your mouth.
go eat it because they already ruined everything.
Well, they said they expect if it does go through, it'll happen in the next 12 to 18 months. So whatever that they have planned, of course, it's still going to be with Fox ties and whatever. But it's still a big but if it actually happens. But
Right.
we'll see what happens.
But the possibility is there.
Yeah. And I love that everybody's already getting involved. Like Ryan Reynolds is posting pictures of
Yes.
him like doing naughty things in Disneyland and this and that. And
Did you see where the one Gillian Anderson
The
from
X-Files?
X-Files?
Yeah.
She said Dana Scully was the new Disney princess. She posted it on Twitter.
What's the other big thing? Everybody keeps talking about the Xenomorph is now a Disney
Disney
princess
princess.
now. Man, they shouldn't got rid of Great Movie Ride.
And of course, people have already mistaken this for years, but now Anastasia is a Disney princess.
I just
the thing
can we get a face character and put her in France?
Nobody wants this.
No.
Nobody
I
wants
want
this.
this.
What's
Bank
wrong with
sounds
Anastasia?
supportive.
It was a terrible movie.
I think it was
Raise your
like one of the
children
best
better than
non-Disney
this.
animated films, but that's just me.
It probably is the best non-Disney princess movie, but that's not saying a whole lot.
Raise your children better than this.
It was.
I would say a close second is like the princess from Ants. I would say.
Please leave the podcast. The door is open.
Oh man.
Who was
wow.
in that? Woody Harrelson? Not Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
Allen.
Woody
Sly
Allen. Yeah,
Stallone was the
Sly Stallone was
main
in that.
guy.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yo.
I remember watching this. I'm like, is this a kids movie? Because there was a lot of adult humor
Yeah,
in
I
it,
thought
wasn't
it was
it?
like dirty.
Yeah.
And then
Wasn't
Bugs
that
Life
made around
came
the
out,
same
like-
time as Bugs Life? 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like
It was made the
competing,
exact
yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Because I was confused. I was like, why? As a child, why would there be 2 movies? specifically about ants that can talk.
Very strange. Very strange. Oh, and the thing I didn't think about is how is this going to affect, or if will it at all, Simpsons inside Universal?
Oh wow.
Yeah, we don't know what the theme park rights are with that. We don't know
Yeah.
if Universal has the same kind of rights as they do with the Marvel stuff. So yeah, this
Be interesting to
something to look
see.
into.
Yeah.
What if we could do a tradesies? Like, what if with this buyout we got the theme park rights to Simpsons, and they were like, "Oh, you want it? It would be a shame if something happened to it."
They'll just do like what they did with all the comic books with Marvel. The X-Men. Oh, they're dead. They're dead. You can't do anything. Oh, Fantastic Four. Oh, they're dead. Oh,
I'm
so
guessing.
Simpsons?
I'm guessing they're coming back now.
I would
probably.
assume so.
Didn't Disney stop production on all those comics so that they can't do anything?
So they
So-
wouldn't be relatable or
Yeah.
viable actual
Same,
IPs.
Same reason why Disney's blocked all the X characters being in all the video games.
Yeah. Like the Marvel versus Capcom. Wolverine, arguably the biggest character in
Yeah,
those games,
Yeah,
and
they paid
they're not there.
Yeah, they paid Capcom to not
Put
put them in there.
Yeah.
just to make Fox mad. And they I read like that's probably like not a big reason, but that's actually part of the reason why Fox was like, we might as well just do it.
Yeah.
Wish
Craziness.
Universal thought
'Cause-
that way.
What were you gonna say? Because what?
Oh, that's it.
So number 2. This is big for us, but I do not want this to happen.
I don't want this either.
So this broke yesterday or last night even. The Office revival reportedly in the works.
Nope, don't do
Please
it.
don't.
So the people,
No!
the people, persons, paper people may soon return. As a revival continuation of NBC's The Office is reportedly in consideration at NBC for the 2018-2019 TV season.
Please don't.
TV Line reports a potential return to Dunder Mifflin is being eyed for the next TV season, with a new season of The Office reportedly to set in Scranton, PA, branch central to the NBC series. According to TV Line, the revival would feature both new and old characters. However, Steve Carell's Michael Scott would not be involved. Instead, the Scranton branch of the paper company would feature a new boss.
But it's Dwight. He's the boss.
So I'm guessing they're doing this because of the Will and Grace revival and how
Yes.
well it seems to have
It
done
was
with
directly
viewers.
cited in an article
it's-
that I read about how Will and Grace was successful.
Well,
Is it? It's already out.
yeah.
Yeah, it came
Yeah,
out.
Will and Grace has been
yeah,
airing for a couple months
couple
now.
months. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, the thing is too, if you remember, Steve Carell actually put out that tweet. What was it? Was it April Fool's or close to
Yeah,
it or
that
whatever?
it was getting revived.
Yeah, and then everybody freaked out. But of course, it was all just a joke or whatever. But that. So I think we've discussed this before. I love The Office.
Same.
It was still good after Michael left.
I agree.
But it was not the same.
Okay.
With them reviving this, some of the people that were even on the show after Michael left are not going to be able to come back. So Dwight, isn't he on the new Star Trek show on CBS?
Is he?
I think he is.
I'm almost positive he is.
That Rainn Wilson is
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
I think he is.
Really?
John Krasinski's on his own show on Amazon.
really?
He's doing Jack Reacher.
Yeah, he's...
Oh.
And he's got movie after movie
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah,
Like
he's
that
like
cool
action
one,
movie
like
star.
Silent Place.
Craig Robinson has a show with Adam Scott right now.
Yeah.
Is Mindy Project still airing?
Yeah,
No.
that's on Hulu.
Actually, I think this is the last
ended.
season for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's ending.
Well,
And then,
and
of course, Ellie Kemper has
yeah,
Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah, Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of. Oh,
And
and then who's the
Ed Helms.
Ed Helms
Andy.
has a new political Colbert style show.
Oh, does he
Really?
really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Well, I
I've
was
been
gonna say
seeing
who
promos for it.
who was the boyfriend?
Roy?
No.
No. It's
Oh God, of Aaron. Oh God. The really skinny nerdy
the name was
kid.
in my.
The one that was like a new Toby?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the.
I can't remember.
Anyway,
liaison to
but he's on
South
Silicon
Park.
Valley. So
Gabe.
yeah, Gabe. There you go. So a lot of the people, already have projects, going on. Now they did. Who was it? Angela Kinsey, is that her name? The one who plays
Yeah.
Angela. She tweeted out last night. So NBC, give me a call and call Creed Bratton because he keeps blowing up my phone. So at least two of them are interested. I don't know who all would
I'm
be
sure-
interested to come back.
I'm sure Oscar would want to because he's in a State Farm commercial now.
Oscars.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of like Creed. He was a writer on the show before. Of course, and so was. Oh God, who was the smarmy young guy?
Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan. So he was a writer on the show, but
Oh, yeah, BJ Novak.
yeah, BJ Novak. Yeah. The
maybe-
only other thing besides Office that he'd done was the Mary Poppins show or movie
Saving
from
Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, some people could come, but a lot of them I don't think are going to be able to. But
I don't.
Oh,
Do
BJ
we-
Novak was also in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Sorry, pardon my language, but that's the
Yeah.
But do you think they would do like they would make appearances? Each of those people probably.
It's possible, I guess.
What I would want is if they were going to bring it back, I would want totally new office staff, totally new everything.
Everything.
Ooh.
Everything new.
That'd be scary.
And then
That's like
only have like a couple of people like that they moved up to corporate or whatever.
And
And
then
then they come back. But that would be the only reference.
that's like
to
doing
the-
Saved by the Bell, the new class, and having Screech as the teacher or whatever. That
was
scares
brutal.
me.
That was
I would
brutal.
either not want it at all or
Yeah,
want
I don't
like
want
that.
it at all. Actually,
Who's the guy that's in charge of The Good Place? You said used to do The Office.
Ted Danson?
No, the guy
I'm
in
sorry.
charge of it, who created it, Michael.
No, you're thinking
Oh.
of Superstore.
yeah. I can't think of the name, but yeah.
So he's busy doing that show.
I mean, you could do both. I mean, you technically have like the CW has the same writers for Flash, Arrow.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
but then
right,
again, that
yeah.
suffers. Everybody talks about how bad all the CW DC shows are this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them because the first couple episodes were really bad, and I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of done.
Yikes.
Here's the thing. As much as I know a lot about The Office and the people on The Office, I have not seen it because I've tried to watch it and I just could not get into it.
Off the podcast, please.
Yes, I see an open door there. Thank you, Kerrigan.
See, I don't like Parks and Rec for the same reason, but I'm an office person.
I tried watching Parks and Rec too, couldn't get into it.
I'm
just having trouble getting into these. I don't know why.
I love The Office. It
I
took
love
me
The
it took
Office.
me a couple episodes to get into it, but once I started watching, I was like, I think we binge watch all the episodes in like
Yeah.
just
I've
like a
watched
week
through-
or so.
Yeah, I
That's-
watched through the series like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, my old roommate, shout out to B Frank, had The Office on 24/7, and then one day I was just sitting on the couch and we were just watching it, and I was dying of laughter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I got to see this.
Yeah, because I don't think I started watching until like season 5 or so. I think it was.
Oh, he showed me the diversity episode.
Oh God!
Yes, I'm Michael Brown. I will not call you that. But yeah, so it's a possibility. We'll see what happens with it. I'm interested to see what they can and will do. So of course we love this game, so we're gonna be talking about it. Friday the 13th. The game is getting offline bots. The developer Iphonic has detailed the latest update for the slasher game Friday the 13th with offline bots and a new level cap arriving today, which was yesterday, and a series of holiday events announced for the coming weeks. As detailed in a forum post, the new offline play menu option allows gamers to launch a map of their choice as Jason, with 3 tiers of difficulty available to suit players' preference. Difficulty affects gameplay. Features such as how long the counselors remember Jason's presence, how quickly they react, and their willingness to fight. Depending on how murderous players are feeling, there's also an option to choose from 1 to 7 counselors to hunt.
Ooh.
Along with the offline option, the latest update also raises the cap level from 101 to 150. I'm nowhere near that. I think I'm like 17.
Yeah, I think I'm at that level too.
With a slew of new rewards alongside the new level rewards. Rewards include new clothing options for counselors Mitch and Fox, as well as a couple of other characters that we aren't ready to speak about yet, as well as new grab kills and bloodied skins for Jason. There's also an indication that more new rewards will be added in the future, with more details on the way in the coming months. Ilphonic is also has a selection of holiday events planned from today, which was the 18th, until December 23rd. There's an increased chance of rolling a rare or epic perk. Following that, from December 23rd through the 27th, there's a double chance of coming across Pamela and Jarvis tapes, which are really hard to find. I think I've only found 2, I think.
I haven't found one.
Oh, wow. And then while December 23rd to the 2nd, all players will earn double CP, with the exception of CP earned through leveling up. So that helps a lot. That will help you get your perks and your finishers and everything.
Heard.
But I'm all about playing against bots. If I don't feel like listening to anybody play, I can play up against bots. That's fine with me.
I don't play enough.
Helps you get creative.
We have to get playing again. I haven't played it for a little while. We talked about it with Alyssa. Alyssa's down. Our buddy
I'll
Casey's
play.
down. Do you have
It's fun.
PS4?
Do you-
PS4?
Josh has one.
Does he have Friday 13th?
No.
I'm assuming it's never
should-
coming to the Switch.
Oh God,
Oh, God, no.
probably, I don't think it'd be able to run.
No way. Now,
I'll never get a PS4. So
As a terrible Nintendo, if there's anything online, don't even bother thinking Nintendo's gonna have it.
Well, Rocket League plays fine.
does it really?
Yeah. I had no issues with it so far.
Oh,
Yeah. And Splatoon. Well,
Splatoon plays
yeah,
good.
Yeah, but it's a first party, so yeah.
I love me some Splatoon.
But yeah, I don't think it could run on the Switch.
Darn.
I wish it could. God, I'd love playing
Take
that
it
on
with
the
you
Switch.
everywhere.
Oh man, that'd be great. But
Awesome.
I'm excited about that. Number 4. So a thing happened yesterday.
Oh boy.
I think we've been pretty evident of showing you where our thoughts lie, I guess you could say. Hall of Presidents featuring President Trump now open at Walt Disney World.
I wrote this.
Oh, you wrote this?
Yeah,
Well, go ahead.
I was all the coverage.
Go ahead, Brittany. You can read this one then.
Except for-
I had to sit through it.
yeah,
My
Banks had to
apologies.
sit through it, and I sat at home and waited for updates from him. It was stressful. Not even gonna lie. I was
Waiting to see if I had merged.
I was hoping nothing happened to you. After a year of being under refurbishment, the Hall of Presidents has officially soft opened. It is now officially opened as of today in Magic Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort. With new enhancements to the show, the theatrical production will bring the story of the American presidency to life. And like never before, originally envisioned by Walt Disney himself to honor the country and its presidents, the attraction began with a single animated figure of President Abraham Lincoln that was developed for the 1964-65 New York World's Fair. In 1971, technological advances made it possible for Imagineers to make Walt's dream come true by including every president who ever served the United States in the show. In addition to updating the show's content, Imagineers have included the latest in theatrical design and audio animatronic technology. Historical moments across more than 200 years of the American story come to life on a panoramic 180-degree screen. High-quality sound, projection, lighting, and other enhancements take guests into these moments that help to shape and define our nation. In the newly updated show, Morgan Freeman no longer narrates the production.
Wait, what?
Yep, he's
Yeah.
not a narrator anymore.
And former President Barack Obama's animatronic has been moved to the back row of the president lineup.
To the back of the bus. Wow. Well, that's where Clinton and everybody else is. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, as part of the tradition with every new president, a new audio animatronic figure of President Donald J. Trump has been added to the show, and newly recorded remarks by President Trump exclusively for the Hall of Presidents, just as every sitting president has done since the early 1990s.
Okay.
All right, you were here. Yeah, you were there yesterday, Banks.
There you go. Exclusive.
It isn't a completely new show, new narration, new visuals, updated visuals,
The
Yep.
video and everything.
video and
Getting-
everything.
Really?
Yeah. So it does feel like a real complete refresh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
It was a
it's-
35-minute wait today.
What?
No, people want to see the new show, the new version.
Wait. Wow.
It's
I don't
insane.
like the narrator.
It's,
I don't like
it's
the
a
voice.
generic. It's a generic female voice.
It's not even Sigourney Weaver.
No, they don't mention who the narrator is or anything, so we don't know who it is.
But Morgan Freeman does not care for the Trumpster, so yeah, he definitely.
Let
was
me
not gonna do it.
tell you a few things. Hall of Presidents has always been like a one and done thing for me. I go and see the new animatronic and I'm good.
You don't want a good like
Nap time?
How dare you, sir? A good like feel for America.
It's
every
definitely a
once in
very
while.
good feel for America, but it's never my priority to go visit the attraction when I'm in the park.
All right.
But once I see it, I'm good.
You're good.
Unless someone else I'm with really wants to go see it. They have added more Walt Disney's history to it. So in the waiting room, they have photos of Walt and a bust of Walt showing how he
Really?
developed the attraction. When the main show starts, they say this attraction is dedicated to the memory of Walt Disney. And
Really?
do
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So, did they get rid of in that rotunda? Did they get rid of a lot of the old presidential stuff?
Oh no, all that's
Did
still
you-
in there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's still a lot of displays of,
Okay.
of old objects, garment, things like that from president history.
Okay,
So,
cool. Okay,
yeah, all
sorry.
that's still in there. And then the animatronics show up, and everyone's moving very fluidly again because it's a refresh. Even Trump, his movements are very lifelike, and they got his mannerisms down to a T.
Yeah.
He gives a thumbs up.
Oh, he gives a
Show.
thumbs up. Yeah. He when they you know how they introduce each president one by one.
He does this face, right?
Like when he mentions when they mention Lincoln because he's standing next to Lincoln, he kind of goes this like, hey, this guy right here, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's
Hey, let's give it up for Disney and their attention to detail.
and
Well-
I know. Okay, here that's exactly what I was getting into. I know a lot of people are saying how much this really looks like a creepy version, and it doesn't look
It
a lot
looks
like him.
Hillary to
No,
me.
he looks like Emperor Palpatine.
Here's the thing. the animatronics of the presidents, I felt since I've been going to this since they started adding new ones. The first one I went to was W. They never look exactly the same. They always have something off to them. This is nothing new. People are just making a big deal out of it because it's Trump.
Yeah.
He kind of
And
looks
he's
like
easy to make fun of.
He looks like
Also-
Pizza Face from All That, actually.
I've heard Pizza Face. I've heard John Voight.
Or remember Ace Ventura when he put the cheese from the pizza on his face and goes "Silence of the Lambs." Looks like him. That's
Can I offer something for you guys to chew on?
Yeah.
I don't think Disney made it. I think Garner Holt made it.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Let me asking.
They're an audio animatronics and like entertainment company. They were at IAPA. They had the really expressive, highly like stylized animatronic figure that was like talking to people.
Really?
At IAPA, they I'll show you after the podcast because Josh showed it to me, and he was like, "I think that's a Garner Holt animatronic because it was so fluid, and his mouth movements, like his lips go in instead of just doing this."
So real quick, do Disney make the animatronics? Normally
they do.
Really?
I think. I'm not sure if I've ever heard an instance where they've gone to third party.
Ooh.
Or an
all
animatronic.
of Garner Holt did The Little Mermaid. Garner Holt did Mike and Sully to the Rescue. Garner
I did
Holt
not
did
know
the new
this.
dragon in Fantasmic. Garner Holt did the old dragon in Fantasmic at Disneyland.
Interesting.
They've done
I
parades.
learned something.
Yeah, it's the third party part of Imagineering.
So they're thinking that was Trump came from there.
That's what Josh thinks, and I kind of believe it, just based on the quality of the animatronics that they have on the website and the one that I saw at IAPA because I got to see it, and it was like it was like Uncanny Valley level of expressive.
So some more things I noticed there.
The long tie.
The what?
The long tie.
I wasn't
tiny
going to talk about the
hands.
animatronic anymore. I was going to talk about various things I noticed.
The spikes.
It's the spikes. There's a new,
That
there's a new
scared
gate.
me.
There's a new gate on the front of the theater, in front of the front row, that are like spikes. They're not sharp, but they
They don't want anybody
I
getting
can show
close to
you
the
a
Trumpster.
photo.
There were Orange County Sheriff's Office was also stationed outside too.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Get wrecked.
yeah.
They don't want
there was Orange
anybody getting
County
up there.
There
That
were,
was the craziest thing.
there was 2 Disney security guards in the theater the entire
Leaders
show.
everywhere. I saw all those blue IDs hanging off their necks. So many leaders.
Also, the cast member spieling before they open the doors to the theater specifically mentioned that everyone needs to stay quietly seated during the entire show.
So what happens? Like, so say like I want to go and I just want to walk out and leave as soon as he gets ready to talk. Not that I would do that.
I'm sure you can if you were quiet and you're making the intent that you were
But if
leaving.
you
It
were
could have been an
like-
emergency.
Oh, okay.
But they don't want people standing up and interrupting the show, yelling.
No, I wouldn't do
profanities,
that. I
things
just
like
don't want to
that.
listen to him. So
Right,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
not that I would do that.
Though
but
I was,
you know,
I was shocked that you said that everyone was so respectful.
Everyone
When they
was.
put Trump in,
Really?
because weren't they disrespectful when they put Obama in?
Oh yeah, there were people
8
that
years
were
ago?
that were disrespectful back then. Yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be
Even-
disrespect.
and I'm sure there will be people that will be booing and things
Yeah.
like that. But then the showing that I was in, there were a few snickers from a couple of the movements that Trump was doing because it was funny. But there was no people, saying, "Oh, he sucks" or "Oh, I love you" or anything like that. Everyone was quiet watching the show, and then there was applause at the end.
I tell you what, whoever wrote his speech, because it definitely wasn't him. Whoever
Nope.
wrote his speech did a very well done speech.
Listen.
I listened to it on the way home last night. The Veronica was driving, so as soon as you put up the video, I was like, "Well, let me hear this and see how it sounds or whatever." It was a very well done speech.
Apparently, Disney always writes the speech.
Oh, do they really?
I think Disney wrote the speech
That's
for Obama
right, because that was
too.
the huge deal that he wanted to write himself, but they're like, no, we want
Yeah.
to do this. That's right.
And I will say that I felt like during the new narration, like during the video portions before the animatronics are shown, I really feel like they wrote a few like indirect jabs to the current administration and the
Because
way
Iger
that a
does not
president
like
should
him
be
at all.
and-
Really?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that there are some indirect jabs to the way the current administration is during the narration. That's up to interpretation, of course. That's just kind of
Because
what
it speaks on like how a president should act and present themselves and the qualities they should embody and stuff like that.
I mean,
Now-
you could say that a lot about that with Star Wars too. I mean, it's like you going back and watching Last Jedi, of course, 3 times, especially now this weekend. You're like, man, this was a little bit of a social justice warrior here. I'm totally fine with it, whatever. But of course, if you're on the other side of the fence, you're like, oh, down with Star Wars.
Now, the last thing I'll say, and the last thing I noticed, and was kind of the big thing I noticed to me was the narrator does not introduce Donald Trump by name at all. At
Really?
So wait,
all.
so they do
Nope.
Nope.
Because in the old versions,
Yes.
the George Washington stands up and says, I never thought the country, the la la la, say these important words, and then the current president will recite the oath of the office.
Yeah.
And then there'll be the dun 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 dun, dun and the narrator would go,
Yeah.
and now President Barack Obama.
Yeah.
None of that. As soon as Trump is done doing the oath of the office, he pauses for a second and goes right into a speech.
That's huge.
Do they know something we don't know?
I
They're
guess
prepared?
they're prepared for it.
Just in case.
Well,
They don't want to re-record the audio.
Wow,
well, think about it. If they, God forbid, we get Pence as a new president, if Trump ever got impeached or whatever, what if they already had an animatronic on standby? It would just be an easy switch. You just move Trump to the back, you put Pence there.
Well, that's what I keep reading too. That everybody, I kept reading yesterday or last night and this morning that so there's really a Hillary animatronic, but they just dressed it up like Donald because they had the Hillary one ready to go.
Wow.
And I'm like,
It
oh my
did
god,
look like Hillary, though. It did.
Yeah.
it looks so
Yeah.
In a
bad.
bad
Like I know
way.
you said, it's so easy to make fun of him or whatever, but just it does look
He wasn't
extraordinarily
orange
bad.
enough.
It looks really bad.
Hands are a little too big, I think.
Yeah.
They did get his gut very well, though. I thought.
Yeah, they made him
Did
fat. They weren't
Did you
afraid
see
to
the
make
Madame
him
Tussauds
unflattering.
tweet today?
No.
No.
Oh my god, Madame Tussauds
Oh yeah, me.
They went after Disney. No, not really after. They dropped the mic on Disney. Let me pull it up here because obviously at the beginning of 2017, Madame Tussauds debuted the Donald Trump wax figure,
And actually
he
looks really good.
dang good. Like
Yeah.
he looks exact.
Yeah.
So let me.
They,
I'm
Well,
gonna
they
type
actually
here.
get measurements and study the person that they're making the form of. Whereas, I feel like Disney couldn't even get Trump to record his audio for months.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
Because
they
it was
just
supposed to
had-
open what July?
July. Yeah. And
So
It always
they
opens
did
4th of
me
July.
at the Star Wars 27 versus me now.
wow.
Can we get this
bad
on
that
screen,
looks.
Future
Oh my
Banks?
God.
Can we?
Oh man.
They also got a glass of water right next to Trump too, which was very funny.
Oh.
I saw
Yeah.
I saw a prototype design for new merch for Hall of Presidents, and it was just a sippy cup with two handles on the side.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh hey!
Hi, Tori.
Hi, Tori.
Oh,
Tori's
hello.
walking in. Hello. Hi, friend.
But yeah, so
friend.
it is what it is. Obviously, it's still a very classic Disney attraction. It's been there since Magic Kingdom opened. It's worth going to see it now that it's back because it is
I
an
love the
entirely
Hall
new
Presidents.
show.
I love the Hall of Presidents.
And Trump isn't obnoxious, so
Thank goodness for that.
so
I would just wanna
definitely
go
go check it out for yourself.
Does it still do the whole montage at the end of great moments in American history type deal? Where it talks about the shuttle going up or
No. The montage at the end now, because they kind of talk about presidents from George Washington to now, and they kind of skip a few when they get to the more current presidents. I think starting with who was before Kennedy?
Oh, God,
it was not
Carter was after it.
not Eisenhower. It was gosh.
Well, anyway, starting with the
It
president
was
before
Eisenhower.
was Rosenthal?
Dwight Eisenhower, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It was Eisenhower.
Anyway,
Whoever was before Kennedy, starting with that president, they then go one by one, showcasing them doing some of their most famous speeches. So it'll say 1961, John F. Kennedy, and he does a part of his speech, and then each president from there on gets a showcases
Yeah.
a speech of theirs up to Barack Obama, and Barack Obama, once he gives us his little snippet of a speech, that's when they raise the screen to show all the presidents.
Wow, so there's no one of us anymore, like
No.
no one of us gimmick.
Every time I see the September 11th thing where W's speaking right there on
That's the clip. That's the clip.
Oh,
they
that
use
was getting,
for-
every single
Right.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it
Yeah,
now.
that's clips like we hear you.
Oh, all the chills. Oh, craziness. So that's going to be it for my news. Didi, do you have much to go on this week?
Them quick hits.
Oh man, what am I doing? What's this?
I'm
I
so
don't know.
sorry.
Google's trying to show me some weird stuff.
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
No,
Oh.
wrong one. No.
Google Ads. Google Ads.
Let's go this way. There
Google
you go.
Ads heard that you wanted Uber Eats.
Stop banging that table.
Advertising.
Stop banging on the table, Banks.
No, that's
wasn't
Didi.
me.
That
That's
was
Didi.
me.
That's Didi.
I know. I was just making a joke.
Oh, I know.
Sorry.
You're the
Okay.
worst.
You be quiet. Anyway, for your Get Hype news for the week of December 19th, PUBG, Microsoft has announced that they have over 1 million players on the console.
It's
already,
crazy
within 48
for a game
hours.
that's broken.
Listen, it's in early access.
I did hear that there was a patch today to try and help stuff.
And if you are playing the game and you're having frame rate issues, turn off the auto capture. That actually helps a lot. They do say that.
Game of the year.
PC on PC. PC.
God, it's so
the
stupid.
The PC version has actually fixed up a lot because the PC version came out the same exact way it came out like right now on the Xbox, and now it runs on 60 FPS. Everything runs smoothly now, and now I believe within the next couple days it's going to be actually off of early access, if not already.
I heard that they were even
And the
clocking it like 20
That was
on Xbox.
yeah.
That's so
IGN
bad.
clocked it on average 27 frames per second.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this until it gets fixed.
I understand. That's cool. Hey, that's cool. It'll be $60 by then, but you know
That's fine.
that's cool. Okay. WWE announced their first ever women's Royal Rumble.
Hype! I was crazy excited about this.
I'm
this
pretty
morning.
stoked. Is it going to be 30?
Yeah, well, they said that it's going to be all of WWE. It's not just Raw, so you're going to have SmackDown and possibly some NXT people as well.
And possibly some special.
Yeah.
People, hopefully. Bull Nakano, come on back.
Bull Nakano, what is she, like 80 years old
No,
now?
she's actually in her 40s.
No, she's not.
Late 40s. She's in her late 40s, and she looks darn good.
Bull Nakano.
Bull Nakano, I swear to goodness.
What are you doing
She
over
still
there?
wants
Why
to-
is your face red? Why are you losing your
I
mind?
just saw something really funny.
Oh, God. Calm
Oh,
down over there.
boy.
But yeah,
Aye,
I'm excited for
aye.
just the possibilities of people coming up.
It's a meme.
I'm stoked.
You think
have
Lundra
to
Blaze
play.
will try and show up there?
Probably.
Just for a quick,
Just for-
just to
to
say I
show
was in
up.
it. Oh no, Lita can't do it, can she? She's injured. She can't do anything, can she?
She can.
Can she? I thought she was injured. She wasn't.
Oh, shit, really?
I don't know. I would like to see some of like the legends come back just to be in it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, her, Trish.
Trish would be cool.
Wrestling, yeah.
Wrestling.
Don't start. This is huge. Like
This is a big deal.
A female
For all
Royal
you-
Rumble. It's huge.
For all you girls
Okay.
are all like, women power. We
Yeah,
need
that's
empowerment.
huge.
Da-da-da-da. This is a big
It's a
deal.
Big
When is
deal.
it supposed to happen?
This Royal Rumble.
This Royal Rumble coming up in January.
I would love to see it open the show.
Wait, so they have that many women wrestlers now?
Between all three brands, there's probably
Yeah, good.
easily 20-25.
There's like 20,
I don't know.
20 to 30 probably.
Oh, okay.
You've been watching Total Divas? Fire this season.
I haven't watched any of it.
Oh, no, you need to watch this season.
Didi
Fire.
keeps telling me that's
So
my
good.
favorite guilty pleasure show.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Not Lisa Marie. What's her name?
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie. Yeah,
Good
she got
riddance.
fired.
Good riddance.
Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas." You would think is the most popular song of all time. No, it's not. It's the first time it's hit the top 10 in the Billboard Top 100 this year.
Interesting.
First time
When
ever.
did that come out?
93, I believe.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
all the memes, guys. It's
First
all the
time.
memes.
First time.
And now it's on was that Old Navy commercial? Was that Old Navy? I think,
I don't.
or Macy's. One of the two.
You don't know say?
I don't know. One of those things.
Yeah, we got past that. Oh, new GI Joe's coming out. Oh God, no.
Well, at least
Oh, they
it's
made
not-
another movie?
It's well,
Paramount announced March 27th, 2020.
but at
new
least
G.I. Joe.
they're not announcing it as the crossover anymore. At least
Yeah,
because
it's not gonna be
it
crossover.
was supposed to be GI Joe's, with Transformers in the same movie. So yeah,
Yeah,
at
it's
least
supposed
that's
to be
not
crossover.
happening anymore.
Yeah, and then Hasbro's like, no.
You think Rocco'll still be in it?
Let me guess, the
It has
ending
to
will be
be.
like Lego Movie, where there's a kid playing with Transformers and G.I. Joe toys.
No, it's not happening.
And it was all
anymore.
in his
Stop
head
it.
the whole time.
Stop.
Jeez. Ugh. The Disney Fox deal, of course, has their negatives. Up to 10,000 jobs are probably going to get lost because of this deal.
Yeah, a lot of
Cost-
people like all like really
Yikes.
curious. Like, hey, they're telling us this, but we're not really believing them at all.
Let's keep giving Bob Iger that probably hundreds of that $1 million contract when Joe Schmo just wants to make a living. That's okay. All right. Also, the rumors of Cuphead coming to iOS is not true. That is fake news. So if you heard about that, it's fake.
There was actually an app on the store that said it was Cuphead, and they tried to clone the website from the Cuphead Studios. It's HDRS or something like that, whatever it is. It was a total scam, app, and they're trying to get it to get pulled or whatever because it's actually on there for $5 right now.
Wow.
But yeah, they're trying to get it pulled right now. Yeah. No. I think it's just all some scam, whatever thing.
So
Take your
whoever
$5 and do nothing.
and every app on iOS has to get approved. So whoever approved that got fired. Oh boy, or she lost her job.
Yikes.
And Naughty Dog at PSX, which was over the weekend, low key hinted at
That was
Uncharted 5.
Dude, that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
It was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I
We
thought
talked
last
about it.
weekend.
It was the same weekend as Video Game
You're
Awards.
right. they low key at their forum that Greg Miller hosted, that they hinted at Uncharted 5.
But it's not coming for a while.
Well, it's not coming for a long while
Yeah.
because they got to do Last of Us 2. And,
Probably PS5.
yes. And that's it for my good news. Okay, what's next, Tots?
Yes, it's not. You're up, sir.
Oh, man, you didn't.
Pressure's on.
The pressure is on. It skipped like 2 seconds.
That's okay. It's okay. They still get the gist of it all.
Tots.
So, Tots this week, we're not going to be too
Space
long,
Tots.
but we want to talk a little bit about just a little bit of Star Wars stuff from last week. Because Banks, you got to experience something that we haven't yet.
I'm talking about all the stuff today.
So two different things. You went to the Void, which is the new VR experience over at Disney Springs.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
Okay.
Because I really want to go. I'm trying to get
Same.
these weirdos to figure out a day that we can all go, but nobody wants to respond to Mike's text about, hey, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, just
to-
throw a date out and I'll ask off work from both of my jobs and I'll go today.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him.
Anyway, so you went and did this
Yes.
this Void thing.
So they call it hyper reality, and it is probably the definitive VR experience I've ever experienced, and I don't think it'll ever get better than this.
Are you serious?
It is fan-flippin-tastic. It really puts you right into the Star Wars universe in a way that you never thought you could.
So you're going in as like an undercover rebel as a stormtrooper type deal, right?
Yeah, the gist is you're there's a video. Before I talk spoilers, I know it's just a little Star Wars VR experience, but still a lot of people might want to be surprised with what happens. So tell me if I'm saying too much. I don't know if y'all want to know or not.
Apparently Tori doesn't. I already know what happened, so.
It's semi-plot. It's just a way to keep moving from room to room.
There's someone from the movies that's in it. Okay, that's really the big spoiler.
Well, that's not all.
Oh, okay, there's more.
All right. So it starts off with a
Spoilers,
transmission
guys.
from Cassian, and it's
Okay.
actually Diego Luna, and he's like saying, the Empire has,
She's like all dreamy over there.
and he's on a big screen right in front of you. So.
Blessed.
So basically, the Empire has something, you got to go and get it. So you hop aboard, you get geared up, and it's this like really awesome gear. It's like this backpack. It's kind of heavy, so it kind of feels like when you put everything on, you're in Stormtrooper armor.
It's like the same deal that over at Main Event, correct?
kind of, yeah, but a bit bigger.
Okay.
because they have a lot. They have same tech, but I feel a little bit more advanced.
Okay.
So and then you go in there and you're in the waiting room and you have your goggles down, and then when the things start happening around you and it comes to life and you're in there, you see your stormtrooper hands, you can interact with your environment. So like when you go into the shuttle and you sit down to be shuttled to Mustafar, K2SO's in there, and then when you arrive, you get up, you stand up, and you walk out of the room. K2's standing there by the door, and if you go up and you say hi K2SO and pat him, he's there.
Well,
You're
you
able
can-
to
you can
actually
touch him.
Touch K2SO.
Now, from what I heard is that like he's an actual statue that's there.
Yes.
But like you can like reach out and touch him because he's physically there.
Yes,
But he'll
and
move and whatnot in the VR
And
experience.
exactly. Only when you're walking by can you touch him because he's just standing there. But the way they blend in the visuals with the surroundings that you're actually in, it's seamless. Like it didn't feel like, oh, he's off a little bit from the visual. Like I'm touching his shoulder, that's where he is when I'm touching. It was insane. And there's tasks you have to do, some buttons you have to press in order, kind of like Simon style, and there's some latches you have to pull down and stuff. But
So what I heard in that regard is that so say like you're tasked with doing the Simon Says type deal or
Yes.
whatever it is, but in the meantime, Brittany, Didi, and I have to guard you.
yeah,
because
you have to
stormtroopers
fend
are
off
shooting at the
stormtroopers,
same time.
and you have guns that you pick up midway through the game.
How cool is this?
And let me tell you something, because it scared the heck out of me when it happened. When you first get attacked by a storm of stormtroopers and you're fending them off,
Yeah.
if you don't shoot them quickly enough, you will get shot, and you will feel getting shot.
I heard that.
And
Yeah.
it scared the heck out of me because I'm just like, what the heck? Did I just get shot?
Did you really say what the heck, or did you?
Oh, I
say
said other words, but you can't repeat them right here. But it was so cool because it's like, I got shot by a stormtrooper. How cool is this?
You kind
That's so cool.
you kind of pulled a Last Jedi type deal, from that scene. You know what I'm talking about? We'll talk later.
Okay.
We'll talk
I'm trying to figure out what
we'll
we're
talk
talking
to a
about.
spoiler
We'll talk
cast.
to him in the
Yeah,
spoiler
Tori
cast.
knows what I'm talking about.
But and then you can feel the heat of Mustafar in some scenes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So it's like fully immersive.
it's fully immersive, the most immersive VR I've ever experienced.
So, all right. So, this, of course, if you don't know, this is all in the backside of where Once Upon a Toy is.
Exactly, it was the old middle sections of that.
At no point, so it's basically built like a maze, correct?
Correct.
But in no point do you ever feel like you're in a confined space. Is it still open enough that like I'm not bumping into people?
I mean, I was bumping it because you can go in groups of up to 4 people,
Mm-hmm.
and I was still bumping into them because it can get a little cramped with the hallways you walk into the rooms that you're in. But it still feels, the visuals make it feel very much more open than it is.
Do you know what type of hardware they're using?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't know the logistics of it all, but I do know that they have said this is going to be here indefinitely. They have no plans of taking this down and moving it
Can we
somewhere
get an
else.
annual
so
pass?
they must be making money.
And it's only
Hey.
$15, y'all.
That's
Wait,
not
what?
$50.
30.
It's 30. I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
It was 15 if you booked it before it opened.
I
didn't
think
know
it
that.
was like a pre-order special,
Yeah, maybe,
but they
yeah.
told us it's $30.
Yeah, 'cause I've
and I
always seen
think
30.
I think that's still worth
That's
it.
a deal and a half. Yeah.
I'm going to go back and do it again.
Ooh, look at that.
I will say the ending, because I have to talk about it because it's so.
Don't spoil
All right,
it.
I won't spoil too much,
Okay, cool.
but
it's a video game.
Listen,
Oh my gosh.
would you like
Let me
Last
just
of
say-
Us 2 to be spoiled?
let me just say,
Last of Us 2?
Would you like that to be
Would you
spoiled?
have
That's a
liked
story.
BioShock to be spoiled?
Listen here.
things happen.
Would you kindly?
Things happened in the ending that made me actually start backing up and getting scared and nervous.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like
That's
I've
what I'm
never
talking
felt
about.
that way
Vader-
about a certain
if Vader
character,
pops
and I
up-
was like freaking out.
Vader pops up. He's trying to kill us.
Oh, so you
I'm gonna
told
lose
it.
my
Okay,
mind.
there we go.
Is that really what it is? If he comes at me Rogue One style, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Dude,
Can we film a vlog
It's-
doing this, please? Like,
How are we gonna do
they-
that?
This rebel person that you're with finds a box, opens the box, there's a lightsaber in there, and you're like, "What's this lightsaber?" And all of a sudden, you see the lightsaber float away. And when that lightsaber floated away, I go, "Oh heck no! I know what's about to happen." And then out of the darkness, here comes Vader, and he starts walking toward you, and I'm like, "Oh god! I'm shooting him!" Like I'm the rebels in Rogue One. I'm like trying to take him down. And he's deflecting everything. He kills the other guy. And
All right, I'm
then
looking right now to see if there's
You're
tickets
gonna have
available
to
for
bleep me.
tonight.
he takes the stormtrooper guns you have. He bends them with the force, so that you can't shoot at him anymore. And then when you leave and you take the goggles off, the guns you're holding are now bent.
Shut the front door.
Oh, yes.
How did they do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
That-
side note, this just got greenlit to open in Las Vegas. So
The Void is like the
They're
best thing I've ever
spreading
done. It is like hype times a million.
All right, I'm really looking right
I'm really
now
lit right now
to see what's
can we
available
do it?
for tonight.
Can we do it? Can we do it?
Dun, 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 dun. Come on, where is this thing?
It is so good. I recommend everyone going to do it. I know I just told
I
the whole
gotta
plot,
tell
so I
Joshy.
apologize about that. But if you know the whole plot, that's fine. It's about the experience of seeing it in person and being part of that world. Like, you legit.
Did I
It is good.
That's really exciting. That really is really exciting.
Did I
I
see
can't-
that AMC is actually showing Die Hard?
It's like 30th anniversary thing.
Because it's a Christmas movie.
So let's see.
9
Tonight.
o'clock is the latest they got for today, and it's open.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, like they're all open right now. Look at that. See, they're not sold out. Get out of here. We can go to every. Oh, I'm totally tempted.
Yeah,
I'm-
it's groups
I'm
of
just
four,
saying.
so the
Josh
four of
would
y'all
get
want to
so
go.
mad at me if I was.
Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
Let me get that collar, little Titan.
So really quick, let's go over Galactic Nights. You did Galactic Nights this week.
Yes.
We've been talking about it for weeks that we didn't really think it was worth it.
Oh boy.
Is it better than last year?
Oh no! Look at the
Well-
look! Look at the
well,
look on the professor's face.
The professor of park.
The last one was
Parkonomics.
actually
Parkonomics.
the last one was actually just in April, so it hasn't even been a year since they
Oh,
did the
well.
last one.
Because we spoke about it and you were like, meh.
Meh.
What?
Again?
Again,
Were there a lot of people
Wow.
there?
there were a lot of people there, yes, and there's definitely enough for people who don't really go to the park that often to do and fill up the entire night. I was done by 10.
Okay.
What time did you get in? What time did it start?
I got in at 6. That's when they started letting people in for the event, and a
Okay.
lot of the stuff didn't start until 7.
Oh.
So I did everything I knew I wanted to do. I went and met Ray because she was with Chewbacca. I did a couple of
I
photo
saw a picture.
backdrops, and tower projections. I watched those. Those are really cool.
The only
Wait,
one
they
I
did
really,
tower projections?
Yeah, because they.
The Han Solo one was dope.
Yeah, that's
That
the one I really liked.
They made Tower look like Han Solo frozen in carbonite. When it was
and
this
it
3D
looked
effect.
3D.
yeah, because
It was pretty
his face
cool.
looked like he was actually coming out.
They had 4 scenes. They had
That's so cool.
they had a I always don't know how people pronounce this. The
Batu?
Octu.
Okay.
Octu. Or
I
however-
want to say a chew.
Octo?
Luke's played it in Last Jedi.
That's how you pronounce it.
The what?
There's different.
Oh, there's different ways.
Look at some people on Twitter one time. They said it's however you pronounce it.
Oh, okay.
Then I call it
heard that.
Octu.
I
'cause
wanna say
there's different,
achoo.
like, galactic
Bless
nights.
you.
Yeah, there was Octu. There was a Batu scene for Galaxy's Edge. There
Okay.
was the Death Star, which is where the
And Tatooine?
where Vader shows up, and then there's Tatooine where the Han Solo thing happens.
Oh, I heard
the
that.
the Octu one I liked a lot, just because they use like rain and lightning, and when they do the lightning, they have all the trees below and around Tower lighting up like lightning blasts, and I'm watching it like. Oh my God! The possibilities of doing Tower with lightning. This is going to be so cool
That's
in the
so
future.
The
It's all
lightning
practice,
thing on
Banksy.
fire.
It's all practice.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
And of course, they had Rock and Roller Coaster with Star Wars music. I've done that before. But and then the debut of like the new scenes for Galactic Spectacular and the new updated Launch Bay and Path of the Jedi films. I
Oh,
didn't.
they updated for The
Yeah,
Last
they-
Jedi?
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
lit.
didn't see them that night just because I knew they were here permanently. I can come back and see those whenever I
heard that.
want.
So, like, you know the part like where BB-8 comes out on on the show. The porgs are in it now as
Yeah.
well.
In the cantina.
Long live the
So
porks.
done with those darn birds.
Don't lie, you liked it.
I did not.
I don't
You
like
I like
it.
the okay. The first we'll talk about that.
We'll
on the
talk about it
spoiler
later.
cast. Let's talk about that.
To me, the coolest
spoiler
part-
cast. Spoiler cast.
To me,
Yeah.
the coolest part of Galactic Nights was the panel about Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
Agreed.
It was a really good look at the future land. They showed some things that had not been seen before. They debuted some looks into it and some details about the land. Not much, just little bits of it, but enough to be like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like they're building actual, and it's you go to our YouTube channel and see the full video of the panel, but they're building life-size X-wings that will be
They
in the
look
land.
awesome. They had like 5 of them
Life
on that
size?
slideshow.
Life
Yeah.
size.
Dude, they look so cool.
That's crazy.
If I can't like step into one in order to take a picture, I'm gonna be really mad.
I don't think you'll be able to step into one.
I'm going to will it into existence. Stop it. Willing it into existence. I want to sit
It could
inside.
happen. You just wait in the
Tweet at
queue.
Scott Trowbridge and tell him that's what you want.
Sure.
Sure.
Whatever guy that is.
Scott Trojo.
They released. They gave everyone who left a pack of 3 trading cards, 3 of 9, that showed concept art and stuff that you'll see in Galaxy's Edge coming up.
Sorry,
Oh, I
One of them-
sneeze or
my sinuses. Sorry.
One of them has DJ Rex. So Captain Rex from the old Star Tours is now DJ on Batu.
Okay.
So you'll be able to interact with him.
Heard that.
One of them had a concept art of Kylo Ren force choking someone in the air. What makes me start assuming is that that's going to be part of one of the rides. Maybe
First Order
maybe
ride?
the First Order ride. Because if you ever saw anything from New York Comic Con this year, yes, the Last Jedi booth at New York Comic Con had things happening where actors as Resistance were like screaming like Kylo's coming, and Kylo would show up and he would start, causing crap
Throwing
to
them
happen.
against walls
And this one Resistance was against the wall, and you see Kylo Ren like do this, and that guy gets flung up on the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that was a test for something they're going to be doing
that's what I thought too.
in Galaxy's Edge.
I want to feel part of the movie when I'm there. Now, God, I hope something
From
like that
what
happens.
I can tell, it looks like you're going to be part of Star Wars.
Oh my God.
Then there was
Even
also
talking-
a character like shaking his fist in one of the pictures at a guest.
Yeah,
So
like
I want him to get
even with
aggressive.
the Millennium Falcon ride, it looks like you're taking the controls of the Falcon.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, so in the
Be
tweets
quick.
that you guys were posting, there was something about a picture in a First Order hangar, and it was like, you get to go to this place in Galaxy's Edge. You'll be forced to go there. What's the context of that tweet?
It was a concept art from the Millennium Falcon ride, like a place where you're going to be flying through with the Falcon. And it's like a never before seen planet in the Star Wars universe. They didn't say the name of the planet. There's some tentacle octopus creature looking in the concept art. I think it was just a stupid force pun. I don't think it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I thought that was like a clue to the false exit in the Battle of the First Order.
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was
Because I got real excited.
If I remember it correctly, I think it was just when they were talking about the Millennium Falcon. I'm not sure.
Because I was like, yeah, I want a stormtrooper to like point a blaster in my face and be like, get out. And
But yeah, that's the rumor I'm hearing too. Is that halfway through the attraction, you'll be forced to get out of the ride vehicle and walk through scenes before reboarding.
And that so reminds me. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. I don't know if you were on there or not, or if we were just talking about it in side talk or whatever. There was this not theme park, but it was this park that I used to go to as a kid up in Maryland. It was kind of like a cowboy and Indians type deal. But you would go on this train and you'd get stopped by the bandits. And before the ride started, you were holding the gold, and the bandit would come up to you hold a gun to your head. As a kid, it was kind of frightening that you're being you have to give me this gold, whatever. But something like that happens where you feel like you are part of this movie, that you're part of this show. I would lose my GD mind.
I bet you. I'm thinking that's gonna be part of the First Order. I think so.
You be given resistance plans or whatever, and the First Order finds you. Oh,
well, it's gonna be elevator based, right? Like how
well, it's
Transformers
definitely
and
multiple.
Spider-Man
It definitely looks like when I was watching them build it.
Multi-level.
It looks multi-level.
Well, at Disneyland, you can see straight into it now because when we were driving in to go to Paradise Pier, you could look straight into the building and see queue lines where people will be lining up and waiting to board.
I'm
very excited.
But back quickly to the Galactic Nights event itself, I felt like the one in April was a bit better than this one.
Wow. Okay.
Just because the thing that really felt lacking was celebrities. Warwick Davis was there, so it's always great to see Warwick Davis, but he was it. That was it.
He was already there
there.
for Epcot anyway.
Yeah.
He was doing a candlelight. that
Exactly.
weekend.
And April had several celebrities. They had Alan Tudyk, and they had Anthony Daniels, and some people, Ray Park, Daniel Logan. So it really felt cool seeing them, and it felt worth being there. They really need to up the celebrity quota if they're going to do this again and make it worth the price. Because, like I said, if you're not local, you can find something to take your time the entire time. You'll be able to see it all. But if you're local, I was done halfway through the event.
Ouch.
Mm.
The
Not
professor did
surprised.
not like it at all.
Not to saying I didn't like it. I just felt like there could
Could've
be
been
more.
Understandable.
All right.
So he hated it.
Don't start. Oh my god. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly get into new releases.
What's with the new releases this week? It's the Christmas version.
So I didn't realize all the movies that are coming out this week. Holy shnikes. There's a lot of movies coming out this week.
There is.
So Wednesday, special release day just because of Christmas coming up. So you have two different movies. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. And I cannot wait
I
to see
cannot
this.
wait for this.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really excited to see it.
stoked.
It's actually getting pretty decent reviews too.
It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I'm
so the day
sorry.
you're listening to the podcast.
Also, I'm going to watch it early tomorrow morning then. I think I'm going to go watch it
I
early
hate
tomorrow
you.
morning.
I hate you. I went to go Friday, but I forgot. I got plans. I got to go do
Hey
some other
now.
shenanigans. And then, of course, you have The Greatest Showman coming out.
I can't wait for this.
I-
I love a good movie musical.
I'm not decided.
Is it a musical?
It's a musical.
Yeah,
It's
Hugh
an original
Jackman.
musical.
Hugh Jackman
By
singing.
the same songwriters of La La Land.
So he's gonna save jazz this time, or not jazz? What show tunes?
It is.
and then Friday.
Circus, you dum dum.
Sorry.
Yeah, I knew what he was trying to say. On Friday, the 22nd, you have 4 different movies. One isn't coming to theaters, but is a Netflix original.
Okay.
This is the one with Will Smith called Bright.
So get this, it is coming to theaters. But
Is
it's
it
also-
really?
It's gonna be concurrent with on Netflix and going into theaters.
I didn't know that.
I learned about this when I watched Kimmel yesterday with Will Smith on it, and they said it's gonna be in theaters first, and then Netflix like a day or two after.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then of course you have Darkest Hour, which is the Gary Oldman movie, World War II style stuff.
I want to watch this
Yeah, it
movie.
looks really good.
It looks awesome.
Gary Oldman's like one of
the Churchill movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gary Oldman's probably one of the greatest actors of our time. Pitch Perfect 3 and Downsizing, which I thought I wanted to
That
see, but
is
it's not getting
intriguing
good
to me.
reviews.
Is it not?
Yeah, it's not getting good reviews.
That's because everyone hates Matt Damon. That's okay. It's all right.
But there will still be only one number one movie this weekend, and none of them will beat it.
Jumanji?
I don't know if Star Wars is just because of
You don't think Star Wars will be number one again?
Oh, The Rock.
I don't know. I think with the bad press that it's getting from a lot of the fan base, I don't know if it will.
I think The Rock. I think The Rock is the X factor.
Everybody loves The Rock.
I would be surprised if Jumanji was number one.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I could totally see Star Wars still getting number one. But I
Makes
can
sense.
totally see Jungle Book or Jungle Book.
Jumanji.
Jumanji getting it as well.
Heard that.
Heard that.
Game wise, there's really nothing. Do you know anything good game wise that's coming out? I didn't see anything really. It's Christmas, so there's not gonna be a lot of good stuff coming out.
I guess the only thing is just keep playing Overwatch. They have the holiday right now, the winter holiday. Friday the 13th holiday.
Yeah.
A lot of holidays in the games.
Yeah. If you're playing one of those game services type, there's always something new coming to one of them.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
No.
Shout out
No,
after
that's-
years of not owning a console, I finally got a Nintendo Switch.
Woo! Shout out to Banks.
And I love it.
Told you.
Really
Told
quick, listener mail. I have a couple questions. Carl Medberry, Mr. 24.
Mr. 24 Hours. Let's go.
He says, "Is Gremlins a Christmas movie? Meaning, can I watch it like Christmas Vacation?"
Yes.
Yes.
It's totally a Christmas movie.
Much like Die Hard.
yes.
And
Yes.
Eyes Wide Shut.
What? Does
Eyes
Eyes Wide Shut happen during Christmas?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie in
But
so long.
The Christmas lights is like a major part of the.
All I remember is the
visuals.
creepy mask.
I can't see myself watching Eyes Wide Shut with my family. We watch Die Hard. We do. We straight up do. We watch Die Hard, Home Alone.
I watched Eyes Wide Shut with Christmas lights on, the tree off in the corner. Like,
Let's
right.
stop right
Yeah.
there. Oh boy. Hey
really,
now.
really
That's-
quick, what's the most awkward movie you've ever watched with your family and you didn't realize
my
it was gonna?
God.
So mine was Black Swan.
oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, I totally did not realize. It's like that's one with Mila Kunis and they're doing the
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is happening.
It wasn't a movie for me, but it was a game. I was playing Red Dead Redemption, and it was when you were in Mexico,
Uh-huh.
and you had like the totalitarian dictator guy.
Oh.
and
Doing
he was
his-
like,
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
doing his thing, and I was just like playing it, whatever.
I think
not
you told
really
the story,
thinking
yeah.
of it. And then my parents come downstairs, and they're like, "What is that?" And then I just like turned the TV off, but let the cutscene run with the TV off. And then I was like, "What?" And I sat on the remote. Sorry. And then I turned it back on. It was fine.
Thanks.
I can't think of, honestly.
No, nothing.
I'm sure something happened, but nothing left a lasting
Okay.
image in my mind, so I can't think of anything.
Didi?
So my dad is big into watching Oscar movies
Yeah.
that get nominated as Oscars. So at the time, what was that movie with Mark Wahlberg? And he played the
Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights.
Oh, no.
My dad did not know it was about
Boogie.
boogieing nights at night.
And going down to his toes.
And so we were just watching it. I'm like, I think like 13 years old. And I'm just like, wow. And my dad's just like, this face of fear. I'm like, oh,
That's
man.
a thing. That's a thing. So Bull Moose 716. His name this time in Twitter time, Christmas time, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Stein.
Nice.
He says, "I heard that there's some kind of new Goblin audio animatronic in Liberty Square. Is that newsworthy?"
I haven't seen that. Where is it?
Maybe we talked a little bit about that earlier. And Matt Clark, he said, recently saw Blazing Saddles and Airplane for the first time and absolutely
Fantastic
loved it.
movies.
Oh, great movies.
Why are these kind of comedies, along with Spaceballs, not made anymore?
Very, very simple.
It's PC.
Very,
PC
there you
culture.
go. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
That, and I think they're just not good. Like Damon. Well, no.
Oh.
No. I mean,
Oh,
not
I
the
was about
genre,
to
not the genre, but like the
throw
people
you-
that have been making them recently
Oh.
have not made good ones.
Yeah.
It was really the Wayans brothers that were trying. We're like, yeah, no, these are not good.
And even recent Mel Brooks movies, it's just like,
Well, really made
if you-
movies.
I mean, like if you compare, like, I mean, I love this movie. Don't get me wrong. Robin Hood Men in Tights to like Spaceballs. I mean, you can't.
there is a bit of a
It's-
difference
it's,
there.
Yeah.
It's Spaceballs is like here. Robin Hood Men in Tights is here. But don't get me
It's
wrong. Robin
still
Hood Men in
really
Tights
good.
is fantastic.
But nothing
We're
beats
men.
Dracula Dead and Loving It. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Oh my god, I forgot that was a Mel Brooks film. Oh,
oh man, I forgot. Buzz, your girlfriend, Wolf.
That's gonna be it for us for this episode. But we're gonna go record an episode that you can listen to already.
Yes.
Banks. Where can everybody follow you on the socials?
follow me on Twitter at Banksley, Instagram at Disney Goofball, and of course at Attractions on all social media.
Yeah. Brittany.
You can find me at Brittani Tuttle, BRITTANITUTTLE on Twitter and Instagram, and you can watch me on Early Night Live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Attractions Magazine YouTube channel.
The world's #1
Theme park live stream in the world, and occasionally read the stories that I write on Attractions, because I write quite a few.
And you
of them.
even have a new one in our newest
Oh,
issue
yeah.
of Attractions Magazine.
Exclusive.
She wrote all about Festival of the Arts.
Yes.
Festival of the Art.
That one right there.
That stuff already
one
came
I
out.
wrote.
The information for the Festival of the Arts came out already for the new one.
Brittany interviewed them and got
Are you
some
serious?
ahead
I
of the
got to
time
interview
scoop.
Okay,
the
guys. Oh, we got to
general-
finish up the show.
Exclusive.
Come on.
Okay.
Okay. Didi, where can they follow you?
You can find me on all types of social media except Facebook, Blacktmus Prime, BLAKTIMUS Prime, PRIME. Please tell me there's a musical guest in the Festival of the Arts this year.
It's all Broadway singers.
Well, that's great.
And as always, you can follow the show at AttractionsEXP on Twitter. You can email us at expansiondrive@attractionsmagazine.com. And of course, we'd like to thank, as always, MEI Travel, Mousefan Travel, and UniversalFanTravel.com for sponsoring the show. Like I said, as always, that's going to be it for us. Make sure you tune into the episode that we're doing special. It's going to be a special Star Wars The Last Jedi spoiler cast. If you have listened to or watched the movie, make sure you check out our thoughts. Otherwise, don't listen or watch the show until you've done so, because we're going to spoil the heck out of it. That's going to be it for us. Until next time. Too sweet.